Hi, Dr. Paul Haider here. I had a man come to me the other day and ask, I always have these ideas of making this company, and every time something goes wrong, I get depressed and sad, and I'll end up laying on the couch and not doing anything for a long time. Now, how do I get around that? How do I keep that from happening? I always become negative after a while, and well, there are ways to help us overcome those type of things because becoming negative doesn't really help us at all. Yeah. And every spiritual text that talks about, becoming positive. And even when I had this terrible mosquito virus for 9 weeks, I would look up to God and say, thank you for even the pain, because I know I'm learning some kind of lesson through this. And I have to be positive. And I have to be positive that everything will work out. And it did work out, and I have greater compassion for those going through any kind of suffering because of that. And a lot of times we tend to think that I'm the only one going through this, but it's not true. A lot of people are in much worse shape. And when we start thinking less about the I and more about the we end up connecting to something bigger. And we start looking at helping others and not really thinking about my gain, but the gain of all of us. And we start doing something that helps people in general. How can we lose? How can we not win at this? And it takes perseverance. There's no doubt about it. But when we take the neediness out of our need to have money, or our need to have a big home, or need to have a great car, or our need to be a celebrity or whatever, and we start doing something that makes a difference in the world, maybe giving microloans to people in third world countries, or helping them to buy animals so that they can raise them and make a living. These type of things always give back, no matter what. And it takes great heart to have gratitude for each moment that we're alive. And it's not easy, there's no doubt about it. But when we do that, everything, every single second is good because we were in gratitude. And also, one thing that would help would be to learn meditation. And the more we learn meditation, the more we shut off the negative mind. And we have this, good, bad duality going on inside of ourselves. And when we let go of the duality, and we just see that everything is as the way it is, and it's okay. And we start crushing that negative voice so everything is good. And we see the good in all things. So there is no reason to become sad anymore. And at that point, it's also good to bolster our own sense of self inside, and sometimes doing things like learning martial arts where you feel centered and strong inside is very powerful. I know doing some Aikido, it is amazing and a very spiritual practice. And also in some of these martial arts, they teach you to learn, teach you meditation also. But there's a steadfastness, and no matter what happens, you are on your own path and you are moving forward. And that is very important. Now, I know a particular little boy who was having trouble in school and had trouble with everything, and his mother was worried about him, and I said, I recommend going to a martial arts class, and everything cleared up. They put him into, he's in high school, and actually put him in the adult class, and his grades shot up, and he's more confident, and he feels centered, and more peaceful. And that's the only thing that changed, was Him inside. And when we can change ourselves inside, everything changes. But nobody can do that for us. We have to change ourselves from within. And meditation changes us from within. And we do TM, Transcendental Meditation, finding a teacher near you, or if we learn Vipassana, going to a 10-day free retreat, and then that includes the food and the lodging. And if you look up Vipassana retreats, they're all over the world, and they will change your life. There's no doubt about it. So it's about how do we get out of this funk when something goes wrong? We have to have great gratitude to God and bolster up a feeling of everything is good no matter what happens. And doing meditation, and maybe something like martial arts where we stay centered and powerful inside. And having a daily practice. You know, a lot of us don't have a regular schedule. We our lives go willy-nilly, and we never really have a process of getting up, doing something, and putting in the exercise. And exercise is important also. You know, if we do the exercise every day, we do the meditation, we have a regimen of eating, and we have a regimen of right thinking, which is important also. And when we get into negative thinking, is that right thinking? I kind of doubt that. So when we put in this process of helping us to have a standard of living, that also creates a wonderful way of understanding ourselves. We cannot understand ourselves unless we have a process. And when we get outside the process, we can look at it and go, wow, something has deviated. I need to get back to my balanced way of living. And that is very powerful. Not to say that we can't break out of that once in a while, but to have a set regimen of eating, of getting up, of doing our work, of a way of interacting, and a way of thinking, and a way of feeling. All of this comes together with great peace. I love you.